Hey guys, this is the Blockinator, and have you ever wanted to make an anime review? Well, I thought I would teach you how to do it. These steps are simple, and I hope this will help you. Step 1. Pick an anime. You can do one you know well, or you can do a new one you've never seen before and do like a first impressions type video of it. If it's one you've never seen before, try to pick a shorter series, like less than 30 episodes. And also, pick one from a genre you like. I don't like romance, so I wouldn't want to review a romance anime, because when I did, mine came out extremely negative. Now, if you don't have any anime in mind, there's a website called Anime Planet, and basically it lets you pick a genre and filter out any genres you don't like, and it'll show you some results based on the genres you do like. It's a very useful tool to discover new anime. Step 2. Watch the anime. One important thing. While watching, be sure to take notes on it. What kind of notes? Anything you might want to talk about. Be it the humor style, the animation, just anything noteworthy you think will come up in your review. Also, if you need to bring up a certain point in the episode, be sure to mark the number of the episode. It will save a ton of time. Like when I did my Onagai teacher review, I had to mark the episode that Hyosuke said that funny line in. So that way I didn't have to skim through the whole series, just to look for that one little clip. Step number 3. Decide on the structure of your review. You can do like my reviews and talk about each noteworthy thing that stood out to you. This format works for more episodic anime like Lucky Star and Azumanga Daioh. But then there's anime that have, longer, more coherent plots like Naruto. So you can do a plot synopsis review, mentioning each key scene and giving your commentary about it. But yeah, this formula will work better for story-driven anime. Step number 4. Pick your gimmick. Do you want to be more of a caustic critic, like the nostalgia critic, or are you a more calm reviewer? And secondly, do you want to be a more serious and informational reviewer, like Oddity Archive, or more of a gag-driven and just comedic reviewer like the Angry Video Game Nerd? My personal style is serious and more about getting as much information out there about the anime as I possibly can. Step number 5. Write the script. Here's where you take your notes and compile them, separate them into categories, like anything about the animation, humor, or anything like that, you put together so your video has some sort of structure. And then you put things in the order of importance. The most important thing for me is plot and characters, so I will cover them usually first. Then I move on to sound and animation, and then you try to compare the manga, if there is one. And then I usually finish my review with any other extra things I had written, like talking about eye catches, the OVAs, etc. I also try to do some research on the show, find some interesting trivia, or also try to make sure what you're writing is accurate. And the very first thing you should mention is the title and the release year. Step number 6. Record your voiceover and shoot any skits you need for the review. And one of the most important things you can get is a program called Audacity. It's a free sound editor and recording system. Now, as for video recording, use whatever works best for you. You don't have to go out and buy some $10,000 camera. Also remember, when doing voiceover, try to do all of it in one session. Don't worry about any stutters, just read the line again and speak more clearly. Also, if your mic has a lot of background noise, there's a little trick you can use in Audacity. Now before you start recording, be sure to have a few seconds of just blank noise. Just let the thing record for about 10 seconds. And then you start to record your voiceover. Now here's the trick to get rid of background noise. Highlight the silent part in the beginning, then click Effects, and then Noise Reduction. Click Get Noise Profile. Then after you do that, highlight the whole thing, click Noise Reduction again, and be sure to leave the bottom numbers alone, and just click OK. Then you should get rid of most of the background noise. Step number 7. Getting pictures and clips. Now, first you do pictures. When editing, make sure the picture matches what you're talking about. For example, if you're talking about a certain character, make sure you have photos of that character on screen. Things like that will help your audience understand your points a little bit better. Now, how do you get pictures? First of all, you can use Google Images for just general photos, but if you need something specific, take screenshots of the clip in question. If you don't know how, look for a button on your keyboard called Print Screen. This will take a screenshot of your whole desktop. And just edit it in a program like Paint or Photoshop and you're good to go. Now, what if you need to use clips? Well, the first important thing is getting the clips. If it's on YouTube, that's simple, just use a converter. But if the show is on Kiss Anime, then there's a trick you can use. Now, I don't feel comfortable revealing it on camera, but if you leave a comment asking how, then I'll message you the tip. Also, I know many of you are going to have a question like this. How can you use clips of an anime without getting in trouble? One thing you got to keep in mind, Japan doesn't have any sort of fair use laws or anything like that. So what you can do is make sure your video is mostly pictures, with clips sporadically used. Use clips very sparingly whenever you can. And when using a clip, make sure it is less than 10 seconds long. Also, if you want to be really safe, try to turn down the brightness a little. Or edit the clip in some way, like zooming in. But what I do is I turn down the brightness. I know I'm going to get laughed about for this, but I use Windows Movie Maker to edit. It's simple, but it gets the job done. Now obviously I can't teach you everything about editing, but I can take you through my process. First you take the audio you recorded earlier, and then you edit out any stutters or just ums or silence and just bad takes in general. Now after you do the sound, put in your clips and photos you've already gotten. Now if you're talking about something and you don't really have a photo to match it, like if you're talking about the voice acting, there's not really a photo you can use for that. So just use more of a random clip of the show, or just a random photo of the show. Also, make sure no photo you have up there lasts longer than 20 seconds. And remember what I said about the clips? As long as you keep those in mind, you'll be good. Other than that, for editing, there's not really much else I can tell you. Because editing is one of those things you just kind of have to figure out on your own. And the last step, when you finish editing the video, watch it a couple of times to scan for any mistakes, or you can show it to your friends and see if they pick up on any mistakes, like factual errors. Now, fix your mistakes, and other than that, you're good to post the video. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more content. This has been the Block Grenadier.